Sales is a rejecting job or a business. We all know that. But if I talk about the most of the sales professional, after knowing it, they do not love to put their efforts on the ground, at least on the daily basis. They love to make excuses and they love to blame, whether they love to blame, their prospects, clients, and somewhere I would like to say their market. So this will not work. If you would like to shape and build your career in real estate, especially if I talk about the as a sales professional, sales freelancer, or somewhere I would like to say sales mindset. So you have to understand few crucial and major things while or before starting your career in sales. So this side Dinesh Dayal, I am a real estate consultant and the expert for generating second income sources through commercial real estate investment. And there is an agenda and a specific goal, mission, and purpose why I am working in this industry. If I talk about my total experience in the real estate, that is more than 1.5 decades. Still, I put my effort on the daily basis on the ground, and I do not love to make excuses. Yes, so that is why I am here, and I am making this video for you all, especially if I talk about those who would like to make or shape their career in the real estate as a sales professional. So why do you want to come in the real estate? First of all, I want to, or somewhere I would like to say, you must make clear this point. Why do you want to come into the real estate as a sales professional? So you have to sit on the table, across the table, or in your home, and where you would like to sit silently, and you can think calmly. So please think about it. So this is not the only and ultimate game of the big money. I know most of the mindset, they love to come and they would like to enter in this industry for having the more money. So this is not a cup of tea. Yes, believe me friends, this is not a kind of a piece of cake. You have to think about it before entering it. So in this video I am going to reveal few crucial and major and important factors by which you can have better understanding why you must come into this real estate industry as a sales professional. So as I said, there is a big myth of the big amount, or huge amount of the bucks, I mean to say money. So as I said, this is not a cup of tea. So for that, if you willing to entering in the real estate industry, or if you would like to have your all kind of the dreams, so I must say you must do exercise before entering in it. Yes, so what kind of the exercises you have to do before entering the real estate? First, I mean to say, number one, that is you must understand what is the real estate. Yes, real estate is the game of the investing or buying the big ticket size. Yes, so first of all you have to understand what is the size of the market and what is the future size of this market. The second one, you must go through the various studies by which you can have the better understanding after 2030 what could be the size of this industry in terms of the sharing in the GDP, especially if I talk about the Indian GDP, and in terms of if I talk about the giving the employment. So these all are the basic understanding, and you must, if I talk about the third point, you must be clear about where you would like to work, especially if I talk about a particular area, particular zone, particular district, particular state. So you must understand at least geographical connectivities and its background and history. So the fourth one is, if I talk about your competitors. Yes, so you must know your competitors in the same professional, same industry, those are constructing and building the same kind of the property in surrounding where you would like to work. Yes, and there are, if I talk about the my next one, it could be fifth one, in which area you are going to work. I mean to say, you have to find your niche. Yes, in commercial property segment, or in residential property segment, or in land property segment, or industrial property segment, or agricultural property segment. So you have to figure out such all the things, and you have to work at least in a in a segment. I mean to say, you must work on your niche. You have to find your niche and you must go on it. Yes. And if I talk about the why most of the sales professional in the real estate industry get failure or they fail, basically they do not put their interest at least 4 to 5 hours. Yes, they do not make calls, they do not love to even come to the offices where they are doing work, or there where they would like to, there they must need to go. I mean to say, their clients offices or their associates offices, if you are working in a company as a employee. So these all are the crucial things, that is most of the associates, freelancers and the employee get failure situation in their professional life. And especially if I talk about their kind of the interest or interest matter, they do not work in the same industry with their 100%. They put their interest and, you know, what should I say, your vision, goal and purpose aside. They do not compile it, they do not put it with in this industry. I know most of the sales professional, they love to kind of the bunk as they used to do in their school time, and they do not work at least 7 hours, 8 hours in their daily routines, job times. So these all are the hard factors. That is why most of the real estate agents, freelancers, employee get failed during their professional journey. And what should I say, most of the sales professional, if I talk about the real estate ones, they do not love to meet even new prospects. They do not love to even take follow-up their old clients. They do not love to engage with, you know, they are even known to. They do not love to talk even in the neighboring market. So these all are the, you know, personal, you can say interest, or you can say their choice. That is why they do not feel free to work in this industry. So I hope you must like this video, and I don't want to make it as a long. So in this video I have tried why most of the real estate professional fails, because they do not put such all the things simultaneously, and they do not put their 100%. They do not align their mind, their interest with this industry. So in the next video I'll meet within this with the next topic. Till then, be happy and be energetic. Thank you so much. Thank you.